Hi, I'm Joni Hilton, your YouTube mom, and I have to be honest with you, I make really good pie. I am going to share with you my fabulous, most favorite pie crust recipe, and it's easy, and you make it with a beater. I know a lot of people say, oh, I could never make pie crust, too much work, too much work. It's really not. I'm going to show you. You start with 1.5 cups of shortening. This recipe is called Never Fail Pie Crust because it does work every time. It's very easy to handle. It's very easy to roll it out without it crumbling and breaking. You can transfer it to your pie dish easily. It's just wonderful. You can freeze it. It's a great pie crust. Okay, 1.5 cups of shortening. Into that bowl, we are going to put 3 cups of flour. And you might be thinking, that's a lot. But this makes 2 pie crusts, or like if you were doing an apple pie with a top, enough for 1. Okay, and then you add a teaspoon of salt. And here's where most recipes say, cut it in until it resembles coarse crumbs. I know you've seen this, and people take knives, and they sit there for like 30 minutes going like this. You don't need to, just use a mixer. So you've got your shortening in there, you've got your flour, and you just run it. Now, before I even run it, I'm kind of going to break it up. You got to trust me on this. It's going to take a couple of minutes here because I don't edit. You may have noticed most of these videos are super short. So, you turn your bowl. This is my mom's bowl. It's an antique. But I love it. It brings back homey memories whenever I take it out of the cupboard. And you can tell already we are way ahead of where we would have been had we used a pastry cutter or 2 knives. I am telling you, it's already turning into the crumbles you want. And when you roll it out, you want little pockets of fat in there. Anyway, that's what's going to make it flaky. You don't ever want to overwork dough, right? Okay, so look how that's turning crumbly and nice. Look at that. Ooh. We still have some pretty big pieces, you know, but we can keep going on this. Just a little bit. I'm happy with that. Okay. Now, here comes the kind of scientific part, and this really does work. Take 1 egg beaten, put it in a bowl. Okay, there's our beaten egg. Now, you want 5 tablespoons of water and 1 tablespoon of vinegar together. Pour that in. Now, add it all at once to your dough. Okay, just like this. Now, watch what happens when I beat it. It will form dough right before your eyes. You stir it around, you keep beating, and what we're going to do, once this makes dough, is we're going to wrap it up. We're going to put it in plastic in the fridge. Look at that, it's already dough, it's so fun. Now, you know this, I bet. I hope you know this. When you've got all this dough, and this could be if you're making a cake or some cookies and it's stuck in your beaters, how do you get it out of there? Here's what you do. You lift it up, raise the speed, and don't take it all the way out or you'll have a messy kitchen. And you go like that till it flings off all the batter, or the dough in this case. Now what you do, hope your hands are clean, right? They should have been washed before you started this. I have enough dough here, like I said, for 2 pies. But what I'm going to do is divvy it up, because when you thaw something out, it will thaw much faster if it's not in 1 giant piece, but rather in 2. So I'll know that each of these is worth 1 pie crust, a top and a bottom or whatever. And I pat it. Now, here's how I do. I put it on my plastic, okay? I cover it, and I kind of mush it. Why do I do that? Well, first of all, it's easier to roll it out, but it also thaws. It'll thaw so much faster than if it's a ball shape, just because you can tell it would, you know. So we're looking at science here. And now it's ready to go in the fridge or the freezer. And when you go to cook a pie crust, first you roll it out on a floured board and put some flour on your rolling pin. And then once you put it in your pie dish, poke holes in it with a fork to vent it for steam so it doesn't form big puddles and pillows. And then bake it at 400 for 10 minutes. That's if you want a pie crust that you're going to fill with, say, a chocolate cream pie for Joni. I'm your YouTube mom. Please subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe. And visit my website if you like. It's Joni, Joni, Hilton.com. And buy my books, for goodness sake. See you next time.